Hi everybody, it's Ryan from Ryviews.com. I'm here with another Gemcraft Frostborn Wrath trial walkthrough, this time for U4. You'll notice right off the bat that there's that monster nest really close to the orb in the top right, so you have to make your base of operations over there. Another thing you'll notice is that you have access to towers and pylons, and pylons of course are very useful because they go through armor, that they ignore armor when they're attacking monsters. So very useful, as you'll note, on the incoming waves against bosses, because bosses have lots of armor. Another thing is that when you set target priority to structure, it will attack a monster nest before it attacks a pylon. So you've got to make sure that you have a armor tearing, and in this case I did armor tearing and yellow gem to attack that monster nest reasonably quickly, and it will take it down. But make sure you have armor tearing in there to take it down quickly enough so that you're able to actually start powering that pylon. It's important because otherwise you're just firing at a monster nest. And if you don't have armor tearing, it'll just be wasting a bunch of time and energy on it because you're going to be shooting through armor. And then that pylon is extremely important. So you'll notice I actually double up on the armor tearing to then attack the second monster nest just to avoid any complications. But that pylon is what saves you in this level. You have to have a strong pylon to take out those bosses. Otherwise, I still have that front red and yellow gem firing at monsters, but I always have a dedicated one firing on the pylon to keep that pylon charged. Eventually I do up my pylon game a little bit, but pylons are expensive, and if you watch the walkthrough for my last video, you'll notice that I ignored amplifiers because they're so expensive, but pylons in this case actually do help quite a bit with the strategy, so they're worth the price, but don't go nuts. If they're constantly firing upon enemies, you don't actually need more than one. If you're able to charge them before enemies get there, obviously you want more than one, but in this case, because you don't really have anything that's doing crowd control before it gets to the main area, you actually don't need that many. I have 3 here now, but that was honestly probably too many. I don't even think I needed 3. 2 would have probably been sufficient. Like most levels, you don't want to advance too fast because you want to keep some emergency mana in the pool. But that being said, one great thing about fighting bosses is that they move very slowly, so you have some time to prepare. And you shouldn't be that surprised by enemies rushing your orb. They're lumbering towards it at a very slow pace. And you'll see after, I don't know what wave it was, 6 or 7 or whatever, there are no more normal Reaver waves. They're all bosses. And so if you're entirely focusing on the pylons, which I am now, they tear through bosses just fine because they ignore armor. And bosses have a lot of hit points, but when you charge up a pylon, it has a lot of damage potential as well, and it bounces between enemies. It's fantastic to deal with bosses. So the rest of this level, once you deal with the upfront concerns of taking out those monster nests, very, very easy. Just power the pylons. I do slowly ramp up my gem levels, but you can slowly do that. It's not really an important thing to manage that much. You can do it slowly. You don't have enhancement spells, so just try to do it with a lull. But even then, you're charging pylons, so it's kind of indirectly related. So there's not a huge reason to optimize that too much. Thanks for watching, everybody. Visit www.ryviews.com for more content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you for more Gemcraft walkthroughs in the future. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye. Wasn't that a great video? Hopefully you'll want to like, comment, and subscribe below, and I will see you next time. Thanks everybody. Bye-bye.